Well, it's always such a privilege to welcome back our good friends to the show, especially somebody as talented as Alex Boye. Hey, Alex. You know, since his last visit, Alex was already successful when he came here, but since his last visit, Alex continues to make amazing music. He's covered pop artists from Adele to Pharrell Williams, as well as sharing his positive original songs with his own signature style. And just been incredibly successful online and doing some great things. We're just so glad to see God blessing your career. So please welcome Alex Boye. So first, we just want to congratulate you on your success. What's it been like? What's your life been like the last year or two?
I tell you, it's been great. I think when I came last, you fed me so good spiritually, and I was just out there, and I was just, Yeah, good. A lot of really good things have been happening. I went on America's Got Talent. I just decided to do it for a joke, and actually ended up being pretty amazing.
I know. And the funniest thing is you're a British-born African national on America's Got Talent.
That's right.
It's a new world. It's a new world.
Yeah.
And so you've been particularly really successful with your films that you put online.
Yes, sir.
And these are amazing. Everybody needs sort of a niche, right? And your thing is you cover some of these big songs, but you give it sort of this African twist, and you always pick really positive, kind of family-friendly songs. And but you almost didn't do that, right? You almost didn't use the African piece.
Yeah, that's right. My mom kept bugging me all the time. She said, "Tunde," that's my African name. "Tunde, you should put some of that African influence in your music. That is you, that is you." Because I've done punk, I've done rap, I've done reggae, I've done emo, all styles, just trying to experiment. Anyway, a couple of gentlemen asked me if I'd do a song with them, and they said, "But we want you to sing it in Swahili." And I'm like,
yeah. Do you speak Swahili?
I'm from England. What do I know about So I went to the library, and I got those Rosetta Stone tapes, learned some Swahili, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I called up my mother back in London. She's from Nigeria. She speaks Yoruba. So I had her teach me some Yoruba, because they wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah. Are you ever making it up? Sometimes I swear.
Sometimes,
yeah.
It's like, when you do jazz, like Ella, when she does the scats.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is, but mixed with a little bit of speaking in tongues.
Nice. Nice. Should have bought a Honda. Retie my bow tie.
Did you just say should have bought a Honda?
I should have bought a Honda. Yeah.
Right.
We totally digressed. Let's get back on back on track. So, life wasn't easy for you, though. You have these deep roots in Africa, but you grew up in London. Yeah. But you were, when you were a teenager, you were homeless, right? Your mom was going to go back to Africa, and she was only supposed to be gone a bit, but then...
Yeah, I was homeless for a while on the streets, and it was tough. I had a lot of despair and depression. Just, I felt like the people that I loved, I felt like they'd all rejected me in some way,
Yeah.
It wasn't until years later that I realized why my mom actually left, and then I cried, But that was a whole other story. But
why did she leave?
Because we were all broke. We had absolutely nothing. And she was dating a gentleman in Nigeria, and he wanted to have her stay out there. And she said, "Well, I need to come back to my son." He said, "Well, you make a choice. Either you go with me or with your son." So she put me in a boarding school in England, which at the time I really hated. Mm-hmm. And then, she lived in Nigeria, and she was sending money back, and helping me. It wasn't until years later that I realized that, she was working 3 jobs before she moved out to Nigeria. She was working on the railroad in London, on the underground. And her job was at 9 o'clock at night till 3 o'clock in the morning, she'd walk the tracks with all the rats and everything, just picking up debris so that the trains could be, free. They won't derail if there's something on it. That was her job for 7-8 years to put me through to school. Yeah. So when you're younger, you just think me, and you're selfish. Like, why did you leave? Why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? And I look back now, she sacrificed just everything for me, so I wouldn't be here otherwise. So
Yeah, you felt abandoned, and of course you felt that way. You felt like, why did my mom leave me? But every day she was thinking about you and working hard to get you where you are today.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the trials you went through made you stronger?
Absolutely. You don't want them.
Yeah.
But when you look back, you know that you absolutely needed them to where you are right now, and you just think, oh my gosh, it's just one of those things where I look at our Savior Jesus Christ. the trials that he went through, and here I'm complaining about mine. And first of all, he had to go through what he went through to get the glory that he has now.
Yeah.
So what am I complaining about? Don't I want the glory? Aren't I praying for the glory every single day?
Yeah.
Right? But what we realize is the way God's version of good is different from ours.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just like, no, just give me ice cream. That's good. You know what I mean? Obviously good is, you know. But I tell you, it's just, I am grateful for those trials. I'm grateful for the times when I was walking the streets of London, age of 16, eating food from trash. I am grateful. I'm grateful for all those experiences, because sometimes when I meet friends, I meet people who are about to give up. And I'm like, let me tell you, man, it's like all this that you're going through right now is gonna be, you're gonna use it to bless other people. Yep. And sometimes it's not for you. It's for the idea of you to bless other people with what you've been through, with your experiences. Yeah.
And you're doing it. You're doing it for me, and you're doing it for so many people. As we watch your videos, you have such a way of singing that lifts people's hearts. I mean, you listen to somebody that, with all the things you went through, you can't help but listen to Alex Boye sing and not feel encouraged and lifted up. And
that means a lot coming from you, bro.
No, it means the world. And speaking of that, you know, you covered "Let It Go," and 78 million views on YouTube. You know, why do you think? And I'm gonna be talking about this today. Why do you think that message of like letting it go resonates so much with people?
It's just a lot of us are struggling. We go through so much. And I think really, a lot of us, we walk around here when we're really actually here. But Satan makes us just believe that this is where we are. Lucifer just gives us that feeling that this is all we are. And sometimes even, you know how many times when people say, oh, I'm just a teacher, I'm just a scout, I'm just a mother.
Yeah,
we always put that word just in front. Why? Because that just is saying, I'm nobody really, I'm just average.
Yeah.
But we were put on here to be gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, there's no just. Take the word just out of your conversation. You know, it's like, I am Bobby Schuler.
Yes.
I'm not just. You know what I mean? I'm Alex Boye. You know what I mean? That's your beautiful wife there. There's not just, she's not just a mom or just, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my whole thing with music is really that. Is just helping people to see, to take away the just from their language.
And you're going to be singing the song Gold to us today, and that's really what that song's about, right?
Absolutely.
I Am Gold, yeah.
Because, you know, you have bronze, silver, and gold. You know, I was inspired from the Olympics, you know, and then all of a sudden it just hit me that, you know, everybody wants the gold. In terms of, we want a great life, we want a great marriage, we want great experiences, we all want the gold. But sometimes we think that we only deserve bronze. Mm-hmm. We're all gold. Every single one of us. We were put on this earth. We were born gold. Yeah. And whether we like it or not, we are gold. We had nothing to do with that. We were put here to be gold, but then along the way we start getting bruises and scratches, and then we're like, no, maybe I'm bronze, maybe I'm silver, maybe I'm copper. And you just don't think there's a purpose to it, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm starting to realize, and look, I'm not perfect, I've got a long way to go, but I'm starting to realize that when you go through that stuff, it's not because you're bad people, it's because the Lord wants to refine us. That's how gold is made.
Amen. Yeah, it gets refined. That's right. Well, Alex, you're a living testimony for so many people that are here this morning and watching on TV that no matter what you're going through, God has a future for you. Don't give up, and He will make you into gold. And you're going to sing that for us in a bit. But Alex, thank you so much for being here and blessing us with your music. We can't wait. God bless you.
Thank you.